Chosen One God says not everyone was meant to see this, but you did. And I know exactly how heavy that sight has become. You perceive the unspoken motives in a room. You recognize the spiritual shifts before they manifest, and you see the profound truth behind the masks people wear. While others comfortably ignore the reality of what is happening, you cannot look away. The universe engineered this exact moment to intercept your doubts. You are not here by accident, and you are certainly not losing your mind. The isolation you feel isn't a punishment for being different. It is the natural consequence of having your spiritual eyes opened in a world that refuses to wake up. Heaven allowed you to see the hidden layers because you are the one assigned to change them. Do not scroll past this. Stay with me until the very final second of this message, because I promise you this: by the end of our time together today, you will walk away understanding exactly why this profound vision was entrusted to you. You will finally make sense of the divine architecture behind your isolation. And most importantly, I will show you how to stop carrying your divine sight as a crushing burden and how to start wielding it as your greatest, most undeniable authority. If you have been noticing things you cannot logically explain, I want you to take a slow breath right now and type "I see it" in the comments. Let that simple action be the moment you stop hiding from your own awareness. But to understand the gift, we first have to validate the exhaustion it brings. I want you to imagine sitting in a crowded room. There are conversations buzzing all around you. People are laughing, exchanging pleasantries, talking about their day. Physically, you are right there with them. You are smiling, you are nodding, you are playing the part perfectly. But internally, your spirit is entirely overwhelmed. You are overwhelmed because you can feel the hidden, unprocessed grief of the person sitting across from you. You can sense the masked jealousy radiating from the person standing right beside you. You are completely alone in a room full of people because you are the only one reading the subtitles of their souls. You see the gaps between what they are saying and what their energy is projecting, and it is exhausting. This is exactly why you experience those sudden crashing emotional waves that do not even belong to you. You could be sitting quietly in your car or making coffee in your kitchen, and suddenly a wave of profound sadness or intense frustration washes over your chest. You search your own mind for a reason to be sad, but there is no reason. That is because it is not your sadness. Your spiritual receptors are so wide open that you are picking up on the frequencies of the people around you, or the collective weight of the atmosphere itself. This is also why you get those sudden piercing intuition flashes moments before a betrayal happens. You know a lie is being told before the person even finishes their sentence. You sense a relationship shifting weeks before the argument actually takes place. You have tried to warn people. You have tried to tell them what you see coming, but they look at you with empty eyes, or worse, they accuse you of being negative or paranoid. So you learn to stay quiet. You learn to watch the car crash happen in slow motion, knowing you could not stop it because they refused to see what was right in front of them. Because of this, you have developed a severe hypersensitivity to inauthentic environments. You can no longer tolerate spaces, jobs, or social circles where people are pretending to be something they are not. When you walk into a room built on fake pleasantries, your energy drains instantly. Your body physically reacts to the dissonance between truth and illusion. And then there are the timing coincidences, the moments that expose hidden truths with such precision that it leaves absolutely no room for denial. A misplaced phone, a random encounter, a conversation overheard at the exact right second. The universe keeps pulling back the curtain for you, revealing exactly who people are behind their masks. You have carried this for so long, wondering if something is wrong with your mind. But hear this truth and let it settle deep into your bones. What you have been calling anxiety, what you have been calling overthinking, was actually your spirit running surveillance on an unsafe environment. Your nervous system was reacting to the spiritual reality that your physical eyes were trying to ignore. And I hear the spirit saying, I did not curse you with overthinking. I graced you with discernment. You have been crying out in the wilderness, asking to be normal, asking to just be able to look at the world the way everyone else does. But you were not built for ignorance. But why did God open your eyes now, in this specific season? Why did the blindfold have to come off so violently, isolating you from the people you used to relate to? You thought seeing the truth was the hardest part. It wasn't. The hardest part is what you must do with it. The hardest part is holding the weight of revelation without letting it crush your peace. Let me show you the tool that changes this. Before we go deeper into why God showed you this, I am naming this early because I do not want to build mystery just to sell you something at the end. Let me be direct about a resource that exists for this exact overwhelm. What we just discussed, this heavy spiritual sight, deeply drains your neural pathways. It leaves you feeling wired, yet entirely exhausted. There is a tool designed to stabilize the exact brain frequency that handles this spiritual weight. It is an audio protocol called the Genius Song. It uses specific brain entrainment to reactivate your gamma waves, the frequency where deep intuition flows without causing the nervous system anxiety, a process fully validated by EEG research. If your spirit already tells you this is the stabilization you need, the link is in the description. You do not have to wait. But if you want to understand the profound purpose behind your sight, stay for the full message. For those staying here is what comes next. God did not give you this sight to break you. He gave it to you to prepare you. I want you to think about Moses for a moment. Long before he was a deliverer, he was a man isolated in a desert. He did not ask to see the burning bush. In fact, historians and theologians suggest that many people might have walked past that exact same stretch of desert, looking at the exact same landscape. But only Moses saw that the bush was on fire and was not consumed. His ability to see what others walked right past is what isolated him. It pushed him deeper into the wilderness, far away from the noise of Egypt, far away from the opinions of the masses. But that isolation, that specific visual revelation, was the absolute prerequisite for liberation. This is the answer to the question you have been asking in the dark. Why did God open your eyes now in this specific season? Why did you have to see the betrayal, the hidden agendas, the shifting atmospheres? Because you are being prepared for leadership. You cannot lead people out of captivity if you only see what the captives see. You cannot break generational curses if you only look at the world through the lens of the traumatized. In the ancient Hebrew language, there is a specific word for this type of vision. The word is ra'ah. When most people read the ancient texts and see the word look or see, they think of basic optical vision. But ra'ah does not just mean optical vision. It means to look at something and understand the deep divine intention behind it. It means to gaze into a situation and perceive the spiritual mechanics operating beneath the surface. You aren't just looking at your life, you are perceiving it. You are experiencing Ra'ah. When you finally understand this, everything changes. The wilderness you are in right now was never sent to hide you from the world. It was sent to hide the world's noise from you, so you could finally learn to trust your own sight. And this recalibration of your perception isn't random. Neurological pioneers like Dr. Lake have mapped this exact sequence of restoration in the human brain. Today we are only discussing the first phase of stabilizing that awareness, because your brain must secure the foundation first, before it can handle the profound weight of what comes next. Your neurological pathways are being rewired to hold the truth without collapsing under it. But what happens when you try to explain what you see to people who are entirely committed to their blindness? Think about the times you tried to warn someone, or tried to explain the deep spiritual shift you were feeling, and they dismissed you. The exhaustion you felt afterward was not just emotional, it was a massive drain on your vital energy. If you are done doubting your intuition, if you are finally ready to accept the weight of your own vision, I want you to type, "I trust what I see" in the comments below. Seal that truth right now. Take a deep breath here, because the next principle is going to challenge how you love people. When you try to explain your Ra'ah, your deep perception, to someone who is committed to the surface level, you drain your own gamma frequency. You lower your vibration to argue with blindness. You step onto a battlefield you were never assigned to fight on. This is how the enemy exhausts the chosen ones. He cannot stop you from seeing the truth, so he tricks you into wasting your energy trying to convince people who are not ready to see it. I am going to give you a specific mental framework to stop this energy drain immediately. I call it the Discernment Gate Protocol. You can use this right where you are, whether you are sitting in a meeting, lying in bed, or standing in a crowded room. You do not need to move. You only need to govern your mind. Step 1 is the observation pause. When you see the hidden truth about a person or a situation, when that heavy intuition hits your chest, you simply observe it. You see the manipulation, you see the unhealed pain, but you do not immediately react to it. You do not try to fix it. You do not try to expose it. You let the information hit the gate of your mind, and you make them wait outside. Step 2 is the energy return. This is an internal silent action. While looking at the situation, you take a slow breath in, and in your mind you declare this exact phrase: I see your truth, but I do not accept your burden. Let me say that again, so it anchors into your spirit. I see your truth, but I do not accept your burden. You are allowed to see someone's massive potential and still walk away from their current toxicity. You are allowed to perceive the deep wounds of your family members and still refuse to let them bleed on you. You do not have to heal everything you see. Your sight is an instrument of navigation, not a mandate for intervention. Let me pause here. Just breathe. You have spent your whole life absorbing the heavy truths of others. You have carried the weight of rooms you walked into. You have carried the unconfessed sins of people who smiled at you. Right now, drop your shoulders. Let the tension leave your jaw. You do not have to fix anyone today. Before I reveal the final block keeping you stuck, gently press the like button. Do not do it for me. Do it so this exact validation can reach another chosen one who is sitting in their room tonight feeling completely crazy, wondering why they care so much when the world cares so little. Let your action be the bridge that brings them peace. Before I can show you the tool that stabilizes this frequency, because I will show you, there is one more thing I need to reveal. And this one changes how you will operate for the rest of your life. Let me put this in plain words so you walk away with something solid. I do not want you to leave this space confused. Here is what you now know. Your heavy intuition, that constant buzzing in your spirit, is not an anxiety disorder. It is the spiritual gift of Ra. It is the ability to perceive hidden truths. And it isolates you simply because most of the world operates in deliberate, comfortable ignorance. The Discernment Gate Protocol I just taught you gives you the specific boundary to see that truth without absorbing the burden of fixing it. It allows you to witness the fire without letting it burn your own house down. And the identity that connects all of this together, you are the seer. You are the early warning system for your bloodline. You are carrying a frequency that requires profound neurological and spiritual protection because you are perceiving the realities that will shape the next decade of your life. Remember earlier when I mentioned a specific protocol to stabilize the exact brain frequency that handles your spiritual sight? Now it is time to walk through exactly what it does. Dr. Lake spent 34 years mapping how the human brain processes these deep intuitive hits. He confirmed that the gamma frequency, the God-given wave of high perception, suffers from the decline effect due to modern stress, systemic programming, and the sheer volume of noise in our modern world. Chosen ones naturally have higher gamma. That is exactly why your sight is so heavy and why you process the emotional undercurrents of every room you enter. But when that exact frequency gets suppressed by the environment around you, you feel stuck. You feel a deep brain fog, a lingering exhaustion, and a frustrating disconnect from your own divine intuition. I know you have tried meditation, you have tried journaling, and I would never disrespect your financial situation by suggesting something out of reach. Traditional biofeedback therapy to correct this neural suppression costs hundreds of dollars for a single session, and specialized wellness retreats demand upwards of $800. But let me tell you the full story of what the Genius Song does. Dr. Lake compressed this profound neurological technology into a 7-minute audio protocol for $49. But for this community, and because I understand the weight of the season you are in, it is an intentional $39. That is not a base rate. It is a deliberate choice to make this accessible to the chosen ones who need it most. When you access it today, you also receive 4 specific bonuses worth $80 total, including the Genius Child Protocol, the Classic Book Foundation, the Guided Visualization, and the 5-Habit Guide. Plus, your investment is completely protected by a 90-day keep everything guarantee. Even if you decide it is not for you, you receive a full refund and keep all the materials as an apology for your time. Every day your gamma remains dormant is a day you live below the perception God designed for you. Your future self is waiting for this alignment. But I must protect you. There are fakes online. Counterfeits that use standard audio without the actual brain entrainment frequencies are out there. The true audio with verified brain entrainment is only available at the link provided below this message. Wherever you are right now, if you are in a safe place, close your eyes for 3 seconds. If you are moving, simply turn your internal focus inward. Let the noise of the world fade. This is not about $39. It is about deciding if you are ready to carry your sight as a gift and not a burden. If your spirit confirms this, the Genius song is waiting in the description. Now let us face the final barrier. The real obstacle in your path right now is not that people will not believe you. The real obstacle is that a part of you is terrified of what happens when you fully step into this light. You have a deep hidden fear of being seen. You are battling success terror. You wonder, if I fully embrace my sight, what will change? Who will I outgrow? Who will leave? Will I be entirely alone with this heavy responsibility? Hear me clearly. That fear is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom. Your healthy fear proves you understand the massive weight of the calling on your life. Those who crash and burn have no fear because they have no awareness of the stakes. Your hesitation is simply proof of your reverence. The enemy knows he cannot blind you anymore. Your eyes are wide open, so his only tactic left is to make you afraid to speak what you see. He wants your gift paralyzed by the fear of visibility. He wants you hiding in the shadows of your own potential. Before we close our time together, I am going to speak an activation over your spirit that will break this fear permanently. Type "I release the fear of being seen" in the comments to break the enemy's grip right now. I want you to perform a simple mental action with me. In your mind, imagine standing before a massive ancient mirror. Look closely at the reflection. The version of you looking back from that glass isn't tired. They are not exhausted by the emotional weight of everyone else's trauma. They are radiant. They are standing with unshakable posture, holding their spiritual sight like a burning torch that pushes back the darkness. Thank you, Divine Source, for every tear shed in the wilderness. Thank you for the isolation that protected this frequency when it was most vulnerable. Thank you for the heavy sight that kept us from settling into an illusion. Picture the heavy cloak of misunderstanding that has been draped over your shoulders for years. The weight of having to explain yourself. The burden of being called too sensitive. Now let it fall to the floor. Let the weight drop completely. Because you are the seer. You are the truth carrier. You are the cycle breaker. I hear the Father saying you were meant to see this because you were meant to heal this. You were meant to see the dysfunction so you could build the alternative. You are the architect of the new season. When you complete your purchase today, a second door will appear. It is part of Dr. Lake's sequence. Take 15 seconds to evaluate it. Either choice is respected. As you step forward, your true destiny's embrace awaits you in the next season. It is sealed. One more thing. You are not the exhausted soul who pressed play on this message. You are awakened. Type "I am ready" with the force of a lion in the comments below. Let your like be your amen without words. Stay connected to this space for continued revelation. The Genius song is below. Only if you feel led. And if someone came to mind while you were listening, someone unusually quiet lately, Someone pulling away from crowds because they feel too much. Share this with them. Your share could be their confirmation. Walk in light. You are not leaving a video. You are entering your true timeline.